Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another world tour. This is a brand new world. This is actually the first time that you guys have ever seen this, and I'm going to show you guys some nice cool things that you probably haven't seen appear on the channel just yet. There's actually not too many things because I've not had a massive amount of building time. I've been pretty busy as of late, but this world definitely has a lot of cool things in it that you might have missed up on the channel, and they're all consolidated so we can talk about it. As usual with these world tours, I'm going to tell you guys everything that you see in front of you. I'm going to tell you why it is, I'm going to tell you whether it exists on the channel, whether it's going to get a tutorial, and where you might even be able to find it. So you guys know the rules to these. Also, if you want to check out any of my previous worlds, this is creative world number 6. Obviously, there have been 5 more before this, and there are actually a couple of worlds in between. So if you want to check out any of those, feel free to look in the card system and the description below for my world tours playlist. There's actually loads of stuff in there, and if you just like checking out what I've made and me talking about it, then feel free to check those out. But first thing that I'm showing you guys, and it is written on the front, so this might be a little bit obvious what this is supposed to be. This is Burger King. You guys know that I've been making some more realistic buildings recently. I've been making like Subway, and I've been making Starbucks, McDonald's, KFC, all of that sort of stuff, Walmart. Well, I decided to make Burger King as well, and I'm very, very happy with this. I think that I managed to capture the likeness quite well. I've actually made a tutorial for this. I also did the inside as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see. We're not going to tour the inside though. I think I actually managed to capture the likeness quite a lot, and this is one of my more favorite restaurants. This is actually already recorded, and it's probably going to go up on the channel probably next Saturday if you guys want to check this out. So very easy to make as well, very, very simple building, and it's, like I said, it's just nice, simple, looks good, and it will add to your collection if you want it to. Burger King. Moving on down, here we have another YouTuber. This is Stacy Plays. I believe her name is Stacy Plays. You guys know that I'm bad at that. Kind of bad with names. Bad at names and ages. 2 things that you might want to know about me. But I can tell you that she was the last YouTuber that I decided to put on the channel. This is Stacy Plays. And the only reason that I'm going around a little bit... Oh, I didn't do it. That's a real shame. On the back, in the actual tutorial, I decided to like extend out the quiver. I decided to make it 3D and the arrow that she has in there. So I was just going to show you guys that just because I thought that that was kind of like a cool feature of the statue. But you guys can make her if you want to. Tutorial on the channel, Stacy Plays. There's 2 playlists for that. There's the statue tutorial playlist and the exclusively YouTuber statue tutorial playlist. Moving on down, I'll show you both of these in one go. These are chests. They're just very simply chests. I made these a long time ago, and I made them in another world. You guys wanted me to make them. You guys always want me to make all of the items and stuff, and I've actually made the tutorials for these, but they haven't went up on the channel yet. But I definitely do plan on doing them. They're really, really easy to make. Don't take any time whatsoever, and I think that they look really good. Most people use orange wool. I decided to use... I believe that that's actually yellow stained clay. If it's not yellow stained clay, it's orange stained clay. It's kind of difficult to tell with the clays. No, yellow stained clay, and they look quite nice. Easy to make. Been a bit hesitant because, of course, they're really easy to make, but you know, they haven't appeared on the channel yet. They probably will because I've made the tutorials for both of them. Moving on down, here we have Hey I'm B. This is one of my more favorite YouTuber statues, actually, just because of how colorful she is, how vibrant she is. She's actually really cool as well, because just like Stacy Plays, and I hope that I've actually done it to the statue, the back of the statue has the... Damn it! I must have done it on the actual tutorial version, but not this one. On the actual tutorial version, you can see where you have those white wings. I actually extended those out, and again, I love it when I do stuff like that, and I love it when statues are a little bit different and they're nice in 3D. But if you guys want to check out Hey I'm B, feel free to, again, have a look on the channel. She'll be right there in either of the playlists, or you don't have to go back too far to find her. That's Hey I'm B. Here we have just a regular pumpkin statue tutorial. Just a regular pumpkin statue. Looking very cool though. Decided to make the face all nice and sunken in like an actual pumpkin would be. Decided to add the stalk on top, and it's very, very cool looking. I decided to use clay as well. Very nice looking pumpkin statue. I made this for Halloween along with a couple of other things. You guys will see some more of my Halloween builds. I did 3 of them in total. Feel free to check this out on the channel. You can find it in like the Minecraft item tutorials playlist, or you can just search pumpkin and I'm sure it'll come up. Pumpkin statue, very cool. Easy to make as well, nice to point out. It takes you less than 15 minutes to accomplish that. Here we have, and I do want to give this a nice little bit of a twist around. This is Subway, if you guys can't tell. Can you tell it's Subway? Is there anything giving it away? Very, very proud of this. I'm very proud of all of my, like, real-life buildings. Actually, I really love all of them. I put quite a bit of effort into making them look as realistic as possible, and I think that Subway definitely accomplishes that. And I'm not going to show you guys the back. I really just wanted to show you the front and the side, and I might even nip into the inside a bit, just because the inside's a little bit ever so slightly different than, like, regular whoops, there's an alcove there. It's just a little bit different. It's more like an actual Subway. It's not just following the same formula that I use for like fast food restaurants. It's actually a little bit different. But if you guys want to make Subway, I actually have a tutorial for it on the channel if you guys want to check it out. Very, very cool building. Not that difficult to make. It's harder than, like, let's say Burger King or McDonald's, but it's not incredibly hard. Very cool looking, very rewarding though to get Subway. Tutorial on the channel, like I said. I'm sure it'll be in the house tutorial playlist, or I might make a new playlist actually, like, I don't know, like restaurants, real life buildings, stuff like that. I might make a brand new one. Subway. Moving on down, here we have, now I can't remember what I entitled this statue exactly, but it's very cool. This is, I think I called it Anatomy Steve, because that's the title of the skin. This is from the Halloween skin pack, and it's just obviously one side we have Steve, the other side we have Skeleton, therefore Anatomy Steve, or maybe Skeleton Steve. I can't remember what I called it. It'll be one of the two, but you guys can check this out on the channel very recently. Very cool looking statue. I like everything to do with Steve. Always love all of those builds. Here we have, and it's funny because this is actually the wrong way around, here we have kind of like a little mini house that I made for Halloween. This is kind of like a little gothic style house, and this is actually like the back of it. This is like the reverse of the house. I kinda done goofed when I made this. Like, this is the, coming over here, this is like the actual front of the house, looking very cool, and I put a pumpkin patch in the back because it just seemed to make sense, didn't it, with it being Halloween, and I also accidentally lit the inside of the house on fire, which makes a lot of sense. It's a nice little interior inside here, and we've got a very, very creepy jack-o'-lantern tucked into bed. Very, very creepy interior. Very cool little house, though. Didn't receive that much love on the channel, which is surprising, because I really, really like this house. Not only is it really easy to make, but I think that it looks really cool, especially considering that this thing takes you like less than 20 minutes to make, and I don't know, it really just captures the Halloween vibe. It's just very, very creepy, or at least it is to me. Who knows? Maybe I'm just partial to it because I made it. But there you go, that is actually Gothic House. You guys can find that on the channel if you so wish through the various playlists or what have you. Here we have the latest survival house that I've made. This has been following a little series of survival houses that I've been doing on the channel. Very, very fond of this one. It follows a similar kind of design that I've used in the past, except where you can see all of those roofs that we have around the house. Well, on the original version of the house that I kind of used, and it obviously wasn't like a survival type thing, I have balconies and stuff, so I kind of like copied a previous design of mine, applied it to it. This is survival house number 6, and I think it turned out really, really well. I love all of these survival houses. I think they're getting a little bit stale on the channel though, so I'm going to swap it up for a little bit, and you guys will see what I'm going to do on Wednesday instead of like the regular survival house. I'm going to be changing it up quite a bit actually. I've never made anything like what I'm going to be showing you, but this is survival house number 7. Very, very cool looking house. Not too much interior though. You can check that out in the survival sorry, what? My playlists are so weird. It's like survival house tutorials or something like that. You can find it in the description below or just search it on the channel. Here we have the house that I made the week before. Very, very cool house as well. Like I said, I love all of my survival houses, which is a shame that, you know, I've been making so many of them, I've been getting so into it, but like I said, I think that you guys get ever so slightly tired of them because I do kind of like use the same sort of materials every time, and I just really like change up how they're made, or at least these last two are. The one previous to this is actually very, very different. You know, it's only really these last two that are very similar, but I love the designs anyway. I couldn't help myself. I love both of these, but this is survival house number 5, I believe, and again, you guys can check this out either in the regular playlist or just search it on the channel. You don't have to go very far back whatsoever, like 2 weeks or so. Very cool looking house. Here we have, I don't know why, don't ask me. It's a squid. We have a squid. I've never made a squid. I wanted to make one. I also want to finish off all of my mob tutorials. Like, there's not that many that I even have to do. I like have to make a squid, I have to make a guardian, I have to make a cow. I've never made a regular cow, guys, would you believe? Never made a regular cow, so I've got to do those 3 things. And there's probably a couple more as well, maybe like a mule, but they're kind of like very similar to a horse, so I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to do them, but you guys get the point. I kind of want to finish off my mob statue tutorials playlist because I've done most of them. I really have. I've done just about all of them. There's just a couple of select ones that I haven't done yet, and the Squid's one of them. And you guys are always asking me to make a guardian for whatever reason, so I'm definitely going to get on that. But Squid, no tutorial for this just yet, but I'm sure that it's not too far off. Here we have, and you guys love this. You guys on the channel really, really love this. This is Starbucks. Again, just been making a decent amount of real life buildings, and this is Starbucks. Very, very cool looking building. The view that I like the most is actually this one, because not only do you get like the kind of Starbucks logo on front, very hard to make the Starbucks logo, especially in a small area, but you also get Starbucks written on the side, and it's a perfect color scheme, and you've got like the seating area outside with the umbrellas. Very, very cool building. Like I said, you guys love it on the channel. You guys can check it out on the channel if you like. Just again, house tutorial playlist, or just search for it's Starbucks, and I'm sure that will come up. Very, very cool building. It's gaining popularity quite quickly, actually. You guys are really liking this, and it's one of my favorites as well. Like I said, I like all of my in real life stuff, but Starbucks, this one was kind of hard to design. It really was. It was a weird scaling process, but you guys can check it out on the channel if you like. Starbucks. Moving over here, we have, oh my god, I forgot how huge this thing is. This actually took me like an hour to make, not including colouring in. I think it takes a lot longer, actually, the tutorial, but this is the Wii U controller. This is like the Wii U gamepad. You know, the big giant touchscreen thing that you hold in your hands? You can barely get in your hands, it's so big. This is the thing. If you guys want to make this, feel free to check this out on the channel. You don't have to go too far back. Already made a tutorial for it. It's in the consoles and controllers playlist if you guys want to check it out. Again, like I said, if you want to, it's completely up to you. Probably take you over an hour to make. Probably an extra 15-20 minutes to colour in. Very worth it though if you're into that sort of thing. I have quite a lot of things like this, like controllers and logos and stuff, especially pertaining to video games and consoles. I love that stuff. Check it out on the channel if you so wish. Moving on down, here we have another... Here we have another survival house, and funnily enough, guys, this one really wasn't modelled on another survival house. This is just kind of like a standalone thing. I don't think that I've ever made anything quite like this, or at least if I have, I don't think that I've done it on the channel. This is Survival House 4, I think that this is Survival House 4, as you can see. Very cool. We have like a roof garden, or I guess that's kind of like a balcony garden. I don't know what you call that. We have like a roof garden, we have a well, we have a cool little path system going all the way around. We have kind of like 2 parts of the house. Very easy to make, very cool as well. Really, really like this. This is, when I made this and the previous Survival House, which unfortunately isn't in this world, Survival House number 3 is kind of what started it off, and that's kind of, you know, how why I've been making so many, because I kind of like fell in love with these designs. I don't know, this is part of the reason that I've been making them every single Wednesday, just because I love them so much. I really, really do love the design. I do. I know, but you know, sometimes too much is too much. But there you go, that's Survival House number 4, and you guys can find that. You know where to find that. You know where to find my survival stuff, in the survival tutorials playlist, or just the house tutorials playlist. I think it's probably there as well. Very cool house, though. Moving on down, oh, here's something that you guys haven't seen on the channel yet. This is, this is the Wii U controller. This isn't the gamepad. Oh, how do I just... This is like the actual regular controller. You guys know what this is. I do know that the D-pad, by the way, is a little too big. I'm going to be reducing the size of that ever so slightly. But this is the gamepad for the actual Wii U controller. If you don't feel like being all touchscreen and stuff, then this is the thing that you'd use. Only makes sense that I make this because I think that then, after this one's done, I don't really have any more controllers or anything to do. Although I have been thinking about doing like a mouse or a keyboard. I've been thinking about doing a mouse. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about making like my actual mouse. I use the Razer Naga. I just love this thing just because it's got so many buttons. It's nice and colourful. Plus, I always do like consoles and controllers and stuff. I've never really ventured into the PC, so I've been thinking about doing that. But anyway, I wanted to do the Wii U controllers before I did that, and now that I've done them. I haven't made the tutorial for this just yet, but you can best believe that it's going to be showing up. It's not too hard to make either. It's it might be a little daunting seeing how much is going on, but it's actually really, really simple. So let's move on down. No tutorial yet, but it will be coming. What do we have next? Oh, we don't have that much left in the world, guys, but, you know, let's take a look anyway. So this is the latest Suburban House that I made. So this is Suburban House number 6? I think this is about Suburban House number 6. It's difficult for me to remember because I haven't really made that many of them, especially recently. So, you know, sometimes I overestimate how many I've made. Very, very simple house to make. Takes a long time, but very big house as well. Loads and loads of space. I wanted to make a pretty large suburban house. I usually make my houses pretty small because I like how detailed they can look. I like how intricate they can be. But this house, I wanted to make nice and big, and I wanted to make it a little bit huge. Again, it doesn't look that big looking at it now, but when you go to the inside of this thing, it's really, really massive. You'd have to put a lot in there to really fill it out, but it definitely fits the theme of all of my previous suburban houses, and I just made this one just to break up the, like, in real life buildings. Like, well, like I've been pointing out all throughout this, like all of my Starbucks, my Subway, my Burger King, like all of those, I've been doing those every Saturday, so I thought that I'd throw in like a different kind of building. And I actually just posted it yesterday. I haven't looked at the statistics. I don't know how you guys are liking it, but I like it anyway. It's a nice big house. Looks like an actual proper suburban house. Tutorial already on the channel. Again, very recent. Probably the last thing that I posted before this. Here we have, oh, and this is for... Since Fallout 4 got released extremely recently, I believe in the last week, I'm kind of bad with dates and I'm not sure when this is going to get posted. I do actually, it's probably going to get posted today, Monday the 15th, 16th? I don't know, Monday anyway in England right now. What are we on? I'm kind of curious, I'm sorry guys, it's a weird thing to do. 16th of November, Monday. But this is the Vault Boy from Fallout. I didn't want to make a logo for Fallout because the Fallout logo is a little bit boring. So I decided to make the Vault Boy someone that's always been there in Fallout, or at least he's, you know, synonymous with Fallout at the very least. I decided to make him nice and big, not too difficult to build, very, very simple color scheme, and definitely sends the message that you like a little bit of Fallout if you make this in your world. Very cool. Fallout's a massive game. I've not played that much of it, but I do realise how big it is, and I do realise how much people love it, and if I had the time, I'd probably play it myself, but I really don't. I wish that I had like 50, 60, or however hundreds of hours I had to sink into it, but I don't. Tutorial on the channel already, guys. Just search Vault Boy and you guys will find it. And here, last but definitely not least, I was gonna try, well, I wanted to try and I have tried something a little bit different. This is kind of like a desert house. This is like a desert biome house. You guys have been asking for a really long time. Scrubs reference. Really? Why is that? Why is that sandstone? On the corner here, this shouldn't be sandstone. That should be like chiseled sandstone or whatever it is. You guys get the point. Very subtle, but I don't know why I noticed that immediately and it bothered me. But anyway, this is kind of just like a desert house sort of deal. I mean, it's kind of like a mix between like a castle and a modern house. You know, imagine a very, very small castle. Obviously, it's got like the 4 pillars and it's got those I don't know, those big spaced stones in between the pillars, and I decided to throw some fence between them, and like it's kind of got the modern house vibe because like the entrance is like very modern housey, and I don't know, it's just all desert themed. It's got a nice bit of dark wood, it's got the cactuses, or cacti I should say, that's the plural for it, but I don't know, I really like this, and I don't know whether it's just because it's new and it's different to me. I don't know whether that's the reason that I like it, or I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know whether I like it because it's actually really good. I'm not sure. So I decided to start off small. I'm not entirely sure about this desert house, but this is the thing that I'm most interested in. I really want to know what you guys think about this, because I've been thinking about this for a while. Like, I want to do some different buildings, and that's why I've been doing the in real life stuff. Like, I want to do, like, I don't know, like a fishing cabin. Fishing, not a fission. Fishing cabin, a fishing cabin, and I want to do like desert houses and like snow houses and jungle houses and stuff like that. So you guys will have to let me know. I think I'm definitely going to make a tutorial for this on Wednesday anyway, just because my instincts tell me that this is a good house, and I think that you guys will like it. I think, and I hope you guys will like it, but I want to do more stuff like that is basically what I'm saying. And I think that I've definitely accomplished like a desert sort of vibe with this, with a bit of a modern twist. So hopefully you guys like that, and hopefully you like the entire world tour. I just realized that we've been in here for quite a while, haven't we? I think we've been in here for about 20 minutes. Hopefully you guys have really liked this. I've really enjoyed this. I haven't done a world tour in quite a while, and the main reason that I started up these world tours is because I enjoyed them so damn much. I like talking about the stuff that I've made, and you guys seem to like seeing it. And I'll be in the comments section down below. You guys have seen a lot of this stuff on the channel, especially if you follow it quite closely, but there will be just a couple of things that you haven't seen appear on the channel yet, mainly Burger King and a couple of the houses and stuff, but hopefully you guys like it. If you did, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favourite, a share, anything you'd feel like doing to help me out. I would just vastly appreciate it, guys. I'm going to try and build more things. I've been, lazy's the wrong word because I've been busy, but I've been a little bit lax with building things in this world. I've not been building as much as I usually have, and I've not been pumping out as much content as I've been wanting to either. So those two things have to change, and I'm definitely going to pace things a little bit better. And hopefully the next world tour will be very interesting, and hopefully you won't have seen any of the stuff that's in it, or very little of the stuff that's in it. But here's Burger King as well. This is my favourite thing that I've made over these past couple of weeks. I actually made this just the other day and designed it and tutorialed it in the same day. But anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video, like, favourite, share if you wouldn't mind. Those things are very important to me. Feel free to comment down below letting me know about any of the things that you've seen. A lot of the stuff, like I said, already been up on the channel, but if you guys want to critique any of the things that you've seen, always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. I'll be down there in the comments perusing and talking to you guys. Feel free to check out the card system and the description below for any of my tutorial playlists. Everything that I've told you, everything that I've mentioned that is on the channel, you guys will be able to find quite easily, or hopefully. Like, favourite, share if you wouldn't mind, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.